Nokuthula Dladla to you, who is from Mega Phase Road Marketing and Traffic Science, manufacturing company. As you would imagine, just by hearing about the sector, you know, it's male dominated. This lady grew up in Zola, Soweto, and what I got a sense of while I was hearing her tell her story is that she's somebody who's learned how to make hardship into how to use that as a springboard for manifesting your own miracles in your life. And you're also somebody who grew up exposed to entrepreneurship from a very, very young age. Can you talk about that?
Good afternoon, everybody. As Lewe said, I'm Nokuthula Dladla, a female business director from Mega Phase, a male-dominated industry. We manufacture road traffic signs, which I always heard people said, they always see a stop sign or overhead or a yield sign. They never thought a woman can manufacture that, which is what Mega Phase does. Mega Phase, Nokuthula Dladla, being an entrepreneur from my age of 7, with my grandmother who was running Fafi, I was running after her. And at that time when she was running Fafi, I used to sell eggs, seasonal fruit with her. And it grew up where I thought, you know, I will be a business person one day. Thank God I am now. Where I'll have an office, cigarettes, and a car. And that was just my dream of a business person. And I never had any other thinking of what I want to be except that. But little that I knew that it's quite challenging.
Can you tell us about how, I think the story that will never leave my mind is how in 5 years you went from being a tea lady at the bank to becoming a personal banker. Yeah. Tell us about that.
When I grew up, as I say, I have a terrible background as a child where I was raped by my father. I was a street kid, and that negative, I turned it into positive, to be what God made me to be today. So I got a job at Nedbank via the company I was working for, where they used to send me to go bank. And the manager from Nedbank saw something in me, which I don't know what. He offered me a job in 1982 as a tea lady. I moved from being a tea lady to be a personal banker. And in that time, being, as a personal banker, it was quite challenging for me because I only had standard 6 and there were quite new things coming in, filling forms, and that became a very big challenge for me. But I was so blessed by one of my clients he was in my portfolio, who offered me a job as a marketer because I was a good marketer, which was my born strength. He offered me a job as a rubber stamp female black director.
I love the way you say it.
I took the job because I was going to earn good money driving Mercedes-Benz. But what I wanted to, you know, as much as the background of the parents was horrible, one thing I learned was never say no to the job. Just learn everything and use it as a stepping stone to achieve what you want to learn. I knew when there's a challenge in the company, they will send me. And when everything is good, the white guys will go. But it didn't bother me. I was a director driving a flashy car with the aim. I'll learn everything what the director does. The challenge was, again, the theory part of it. But, you know, anything which was technical, I've learned as much as I can. I started that job in 1997, but 3 years later, I started Mega Phase. But how I started, I just went to receiver. I said, I want to start business. I didn't know what starting business. Receiver said, if you show a turnover of 29,000 at that stage, you can start the business. So because I was earning a salary, that salary for past years showed that. That's how I started then. I was selling just anything, starting like eggs, sweets, whatever I can sell, to save money until 2009, where I started a manufacturing company of road marking and traffic signs. And the drive was, you know, the background I have, I'm not educated, I'm not this, but here I am, I've got this gift of sell anything, even a necklace, everything. So why don't I start business? That's how I started business. And somebody said to me, you don't have to be a doctor to own a surgery. So if you are a doctor, you don't need to have a surgery. So I just took that model. I said, that means I can do it. I've saved money because I knew, as I say, people would think I grew up poor. Because I was selling all that money, as I sell, I used to buy fat cakes with it. So when I was a distributor of anything, I was saving money. So when I started business, capital was not a challenge because I was saving money. I started in 2009. My next door neighbor threw the desk in the dustbin. I took the dustbin. I started at the site headboard. I went to Nashua, bought a second-hand fax machine. That's how this business started.
You said in 2009?
2009.
You had 2 employees.
We started with 2 employees. Today we have 50. And through the ESCOM Foundation, which we got it by entering the competition. I'll make you know, when I came to be interviewed, I was so worried because everybody had laptops, everybody had projectors, and here I am, I came to do the interview of a competition. As I walked in there, I was like so challenged, and I was looking at the guys, and I was worried because everybody's got screen. And all, with confidence, I stood up, I said, I'm a projector myself. That was very brave of me. I was just trying to take the nerves out of me. And because the business was from the heart, and I did not learn, as I say, everything was from the heart. So that's how I managed to sell the company, and we won the prize. And with that prize, where we have rented a space with was a hall, we managed to build 4 offices, 3 offices including a storage, where now we can store our things, and then the office staff, which is the only people who have tertiary educating, which is 4 ladies, and the rest are all standard 6, standard 5, but we are very intelligent from the community. We employ them with no experience. We train them for 3 months from now knowing nothing, and today they know how to manufacture sign, they know how to install sign, and despite that, ESCOM Foundation not even only gave us fund, we were exposed to media, to the exhibition, to the radio. I was also sent for training, which is part of that. I can stand here and talk today, which I will say, I'm so shy, I can't talk in front of no one. But through those, with the benefits, they even sent me on training to do presentation, which was my fear, because I always tell people that I'm not educated. And that thing is gone. It's not about education. I'm not encouraging people not to be educated. Unfortunately, with me, it was the circumstances. But that circumstances today has made us a company which has created job, a company which has planted in a community, a company now that has enterprise development of a new company, a company that has a soccer club. And just through the lady, as I say, with the support of all the youth, the company is employing the youth who are not even selfish to train me, and I give them what we have, and I learn so much from them. She was asking me about the laptop that I had. She was asking me something. I said, unfortunately, I don't know how to cut and paste, but I've got the computer. And that is not a stumbling block for me. I try not to have a stumbling block. I learned so much. And what I like is that I never read anything. I was telling Debu, whatever I've read before was anything to do with sex, because I was abused. And to me, it was the best book I could read. But I'm sitting here today, I was sharing something. I'm so excited. I've sent so many people the message that I can now read about this book. And I started reading first page, said, I can't believe it, in like 3 days, Nokuthula Dladla from Megaface can read. And it's through the foundation.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. You also said that your turnover has gone up, way up.
Yes, our turnover, because of the exposure that we have, has gone up maybe 50%. Like as I said, unfortunately I can't expose the figures, but we have grown. We have grown. But the challenge is, the positive challenge on the growth now is that now As you grow, then you have a challenge of a cash flow. As you grow, then you have a challenge of capacity. So what, I know you'll be asking that question, maybe let me answer.
Please answer, yes, go, yes, yes.
Before you even, the question is to say what the foundation can do. What I'll say to ESCOM Foundation is that, maybe they should have the after service for challenges, the positive challenges like that. Now, here is the company that we got it where they were, where now they are. What do we do now, the after service? Now the challenges of the capacity, the challenge of the growth. How can we, what's the way forward? Like I can see the company is growing. With my level of thing, I'm where now I can see it's going, but I need to take it a step further. If they can come and just check now, and I know they appreciate, to say they saw us growing. So what is next?
Thank you very much. Thank you very, 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 very much.